What's up, and welcome back to the Let's Glow Show. It's Amanda Sweet, the creative fairy godmother, and every single week we go live with a super dope creative entrepreneur doing super amazing things in their community. And this week we have a very, very special guest and a very, very special episode. We want to welcome DonnyLB for episode 70. Whoa! Sorry,
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to
I'm
have
enjoying this
you.
already.
I'm so excited. Okay, wait, I have a burning question that I've had for a very, very long time.
Okay.
What does the LB stand for?
So a lot of people know what the LB stands for. A lot of people don't. It stands for Lover Boy.
Okay.
It's because I believe in love. I believe in love. I used to be a huge romantic sap. Not that I'm not anymore, but it's not because some philanderer or something. But I believe in love.
I love that. It's giving more LL Cool J vibes than I was thinking, like Donny Pound, like hashtag. I don't know. I just was like, I couldn't figure it out. I like that.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of that. Like I've got Donny Pound. I've gotten linebacker. I've gotten like all this other random stuff.
Was that like a part of your original plan? Like, I know being an influencer maybe not was maybe not part of your original plan, but like when you made your username, are you like, everybody's gonna love this? Like, this is.
It actually came from a more geeky, nerdy place than anything else. Like way back in like middle school, I was writing sign my name Donny MG. I was a huge gamer. I'm still a gamer, but I was like a major gamer. So
Okay.
Donny MG. But eventually, I'm like started, really falling for girls and everything. And the LB came about, and I was like, and Sailor Moon was like love and justice, and I'm like Lover Boy, and I'm like, yeah,
Okay, I love that. I love it.
dork.
I mean, LB, it's like when you explain it, it probably gets you. My husband always jokes. He's like, I used to be a gamer and then I turned into a musician because it's the same activity, but one gets girls and the other doesn't.
Well, I was
And I
still
was
trying to figure out how to get girls, so
right, exactly. That's part of the path. My original username on MySpace was something so wild. I think it was like Island Girl with 3 R's. Mind you, like I've never lived on any island other than America. Like that is the only island I've been on.
you
But
can
my
still
mom's
embody Island Girl.
my mom's from the Philippines. So I'm like, my mom's from the Philippines. I'm not from the Philippines. I'm an American. Like, but I was like trying to be mysterious. And anyway, I can't even find that MySpace anymore, but it would
You
be
know,
funny to see.
I'm a filmmaker. My brain is always going to random places, always creating a scene. And
Yep.
like you're all talking about, I'm American, blah, blah. Now I see ice just kicking down your door right now. It's dragging you off mid
It's literally
podcast.
that part. I'm like terrified of that. And I'm like, I know I don't look like American always. So it feels weird. But anyway, okay, before we jump all the way into conversation, because I know we can do this, tell everybody all of your titles. You have so many, you've done so many things in your life. Like, what are all the things that you do?
Okay, so there's a lot of things, I guess. I'm a first and foremost, I am I guess a filmmaker. I'm a writer, filmmaker, author now, content creator, influencer, which I wasn't supposed to be any of those things. I'm a brother. I'm a community activist. I'm the chair of the Arts and Cultural Diversity Commission for the City of Oak Park. I um, what else? I love a good beer.
And a
So
good
a lot of things.
coffee.
A good coffee, yes, a good latte.
Yep. Yep.
And a huge film buff, huge nerd, and a creative just through and through.
I love it. And I remember we were talking in a couple months back when we bumped into each other at Bamboo by way of Seven Sundays.
Yeah.
And you were just like, I'm a filmmaker. I wasn't supposed to be an influencer. And I was like, but it connects. Like it makes
Yeah.
sense. You're doing mini films. I don't know. So I want to ask you the origin story, but I also want to pull a couple cards just because we're trying something a little bit new because we're episode 70. So I pre-shuffled before we got here. And I'm kind of curious if you want to pick number 1, 2, or 3.
I want to pick number 2.
You're going to pick number 2. Okay, number 2 is an oracle card and it says get lost. Like get lost. No, get lost. And that card is representative of creativity, the crane. They're in a collective, which is pretty beautiful. Numbers 33. I'm a big numbers person. As I'm learning, like some of the stuff I'm trying to nerd out and I want to learn. So I'm like, let me learn on air in a very public way so we can like figure this out together. So Get Lost says, knowing exactly where you are and where you're going is overrated. Well, that makes sense for you. Yeah. Routine can dull your eyes and create complacency, boredom, and inertia, but adventure can open up, pull out your brave strings, and cause us to release a confidence and curiosity we didn't know that was inside us. There's magic and discovery in the unknown. Take a risk, follow your heart. You don't need to know exactly where you're leading. Sometimes it feels good to be lost in the right direction.
Wow.
That feels very aligned with your story. Is it not?
Kind of perfect. Like literally kind of perfect. But I was just having those thoughts yesterday, like, I'm trying to move out of the food space as much as possible. And I'm like, wow, where am I going? Where am I going? Because of course I need something that's going to make me money, but
sure.
Where am I going? And I don't want to be pinned down to one thing. I was having that conversation with somebody. I don't need to be pinned down to one thing. I don't want to be beholden to anybody's time or schedule except for my own.
There we go. And so you accidentally stumbled upon Foodie Influencer, right?
I did.
How did that happen?
So I've always been huge on social media, like whether it was Facebook or YouTube, MySpace.
Yeah.
I was the king of Black Planet. No.
There we go.
All of those things, Instagram, TikTok. And I would always just like post food. Like, I go up and just taking pictures, taking videos, posting it. And someone was like, hey, you should do a voiceover. Next time you post a reel. I'm like, okay, I'll do a voiceover. So I did a voiceover and that blew up like insane, like 1,000% more than any other thing I posted. And it just kept growing from there. So I started just doing voiceovers on all of my reels.
Right.
And the rest is history.
So before you blew up, like, what was your activity like? Was it just like, this is just something I do when I go out, when I'm out, just like a normal, regular Joe Schmo?
Normal, regular Joe Schmo. Like, it wasn't even a whole lot of food. Like, it was, of course, food on there because I go out to eat.
Yeah.
But there was like mental health stuff. There was comedy. There was like tons of memes and stuff. Like, that was like what I would post. That's what I would like to be on my page. But then ever since that happened, gosh, I just curated it more toward food and lifestyle and entertainment because
that's what the internet wanted.
That's what the internet wanted. So every now and then I post something a little bit different. It doesn't perform as well.
Yeah, like I'm curious when you're like just being non-foodie version of you, what is that experience like for you on the internet now that you've been quote unquote pigeonholed?
That experience is weird because you get into this after you do start getting numbers and getting followers and your engagement changes. You feel like you have to be at this certain level.
Mm-hmm.
So when I post something that's not what I normally post and I'm not at that certain level, I'm like, oh my gosh, this sucks. People don't want to see that. The algorithm is, making me invisible. But they're still, for, I don't want to say a normal person, but for someone who doesn't have a ton of followers, they're good numbers.
Sure.
And for me, it's not about the numbers. It's not about the numbers. It's about posting what you're passionate about, posting what you like. And yeah, I got to get out of my head when it comes to posting.
I'm curious, like, how do you move through that? Like, because I know your job is to post online, but a lot of people also believe, especially entrepreneurs, are like, this is part of my process now. I have to post online, and they'll maybe get in their head because it doesn't get the performance that they think it's supposed to get. What is your process for moving through that block?
I'm still coming up with that process because it happens all the time. Like my numbers, I feel like my numbers now aren't as powerful as they were in the beginning, but every time I run into someone, they're like, wow, your numbers are great.
Yeah.
And then when I actually go and look at my analytics, despite what my views or whatever say, my engagement is crazy high, like my engagement percentage. And I'm like, oh, so I just have to realize that it's not about the one or two videos that don't get what you want them to get. It's not about the views. It's not about necessarily a million comments. It is about your engagement percentage. And since I post across multiple platforms, and I really only check like the analytics on my TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm reaching because oh my gosh, my Facebook sucks. Like I have not been able to grow it, but over the past 3 weeks, literal 1,000% or 2,000% increase in analytics and like engagement, follows, views. So it's really just about being, for me, I guess, consistent. And you should look at the numbers, but
The-
numbers depress me. So
it's so, we were literally just talking about this right before we came on air, and I'm going to pull a card for the show, and I'm picking, well, actually, I'll let you pick number 1 or number 3.
3.
Number 3 is the 10 of Wands. Wands are a sign of creativity. When you see the number 10, it's like it's surrounded, like just endless creativity. And I would read this right now, but I just don't even feel like it. Like I'm feeling like this is like multiple streams of creativity and just like activity. And one of the reasons why I started the YouTube show is because I was like, I just want to talk shit with people and also like make something when we do it. Because either way, we were going to have this conversation, whether it was like at Bamboo over a cup of coffee or like making something out of it. And I've been lately being like, oh, the numbers aren't great. The numbers aren't great. But then I was like, wait, the reason why I started this is not because of quote unquote numbers. I started to talk shit with people I like. Like that was why I did it. And so like I just need to follow the creativity and follow the flow of like joy and what making stuff is bringing to me and not what like other people's consumption of it looks or feels like. I think.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
100%. Like that's how I feel like, during the writing process or the creating process when I'm like making a movie or writing something. And I don't care if a million people see it. I've created a story. I think it's a beautiful story. I've had the conversation. I think it's a beautiful conversation. It doesn't matter what the numbers are as long as I'm happy.
And so when you look at them and you see it and you're not happy, what do you do? Do you pout for a little bit? Or do you just like, you have like a process of like, shake it off kind of thing?
I only pout because my livelihood depends on it. Like otherwise, I wouldn't care at all. But since I've been doing this for 7 months, 7
months full time.
7 months full time. And in the beginning, there was like a little bit of fear jumping out, leaving a full-time job, working for yourself and having to provide a huge amount of fear. But as the days and weeks and months went on, I'm like, what was I worried about? Because every month has been growth. Every month. Like, there hasn't been a single time where I'm like, okay, I didn't make it this month. I didn't make it that month. I don't know what I'm going to do. It has continuously like just been growth and it's been crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the life I have now.
Oh, okay. I'm curious for the audience person listening, for the person in the audience that's like, oh, hell yeah, Donny's on the show. I want to ask him all these questions. I want to be an influencer. Like, how did you get from, okay, I have a viral video to I'm quitting my day job and I'm making my rent every month? Like, I know that's a long journey, but like, if you could truncate it into a couple like key elements, what would those elements be?
The first thing would be find your thing. Find your thing that works. Because if you just make a viral video or 1 or 2 videos goes viral, that's not necessarily your thing. Find a thing that you can do and want to do all the time. And make sure that thing is something that other people want to see. Because if you want to do it full time, it has to be something that people want to pay you for. And just shit talking a restaurant or something is not going to work. It's not going to get you paid. People love honest people. They love honest reviews. I love that. I only share positive experiences. Those people may or may not necessarily get, like if you're trying to be an influencer for restaurants or for businesses or brands or whatever, and you're just talking crap about all this, like you're probably not going to get paid for it. So find what you love to do. Make sure you can get paid for it. Be consistent. Like I had to be super consistent to grow my numbers. And in the beginning, it was just posting twice a day, every day for 3 months. Done.
Okay.
5 days a week, not even on the weekends. And it would just be stuff. I'm going to dinner, or I'm at the movies and I'm talking about the movie. Simple stuff that I might be paying for out of my own pocket or whatever. But people see it, people like it, people want to see more of it. And then once people start reaching out to you, know your worth. Know your worth. Like if you're just starting, you may not get paid as much as somebody who has 50,000, 60,000 followers. So $100 here, $200 there, that goes a long way when you were getting 0.
Yes. Yeah. It's covering the cost. Yep.
And then just grow from there. Just grow. As long as you're still having fun with it, making content, people are going to start reaching out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, if you want to be a content creator, if you want to be an influencer, if you want to do UGC, if you want to do funny skits, like people will pay for people who are funny.
Yeah.
So
I am curious how I mean, obviously you had to leave your day job so you could have work-life balance, but like 2 pieces of content every day, 5 days a week. When are you curating that content? Is there like a workflow that you have? Are you just like posting on the fly? Like, or are you just like coming up with content and just like your brain just works that way? Cause like I feel like my number one problem is I'm running at the speed of 1,000 miles an hour all the time. And then I'm like, oh, wait, now I have to edit and I have to post. And then I have to make it different for all of the platforms. And I have to do engagement, but I also have to be out there living my life. Like, I think those are some of the things that swirl through my head and I'm sure through other people's heads who are business owners who also are their face of their brand. Like, what is your process? What did your process look like when you were working? And what does it look like now?
My process when I was working is very similar to what it is now. Since I worked during kind of the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So my morning was kind of free. My evening was kind of free, even though it was a little bit late. If I'm going out to a restaurant or having breakfast or coffee, well, there was a lot of coffee stuff.
Yeah.
Wherever I'm going, whatever I'm doing, I'm recording at all times. So I get the content, and I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at organizing. And I still would usually lay in bed in the morning, edit my video, and post it by 8 a.m. That is my process then, is my process now. I can't get ahead for some reason.
Yeah, because you're living your life. It's constantly happening.
Yeah, but it's really just before work, after work, editing it and putting it out 2 times a day. And my 2 times a day is usually like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then 3, 4 p.m.
How long does it take you to edit a video?
Me, not as long as a lot of people.
I want to know because I think that's like a good benchmark to know, like, should I be spending an hour editing stuff? Absolutely.
Sometimes you might. I always say that's why I like it when I go into places and they let me do my own thing. They don't say, oh, capture this, capture that. Oh, here, I want to show you this. Oh, maybe we should record it. No. Let me do my own thing, because less is more.
Yes.
I've been editing videos for 25 years almost. Now I edit almost exclusively on my phone.
Yeah.
But I have been editing videos for 25 years, and don't give me 25, 30 minutes of footage for a 30 to 60 second video. And if I go somewhere,
there we go.
I try and record as little as possible, even though I'm terrible with it, because I love capturing things.
Overshooting, yeah.
Yes, I love it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is good. That's good. Oh, that expression, people's emotions, great.
Yeah.
But for me, it takes 30 minutes, like maybe 30 minutes if I'm focused. But I edit on my phone. I open my phone, I get Instagram notifications,
a text or something, whatever. Yes.
Playing game pigeon games. It's a lot. But 30 minutes, 60 minutes if it's like crazy. No, I won't even say 60 minutes. Never 60 minutes.
Never an hour. So you heard it first from DonnyLB. Never spend an hour on a video. Just push it out. I think there's a point of like overthinking, over editing, where you're just like, you start getting in your head, and once you get past a certain time, you're tired. Like, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're gonna overthink it, and you're not gonna post it. That's what I notice when I'm like chewing a piece of content. And I'm not even posting. I'm trying to get better. I just started TikTok like September, and I was like, I'm gonna try and post at least once a day, if not twice a day. And that's just my first goal, is like, can I get out of my way long enough to do something once a day? But I like your challenge of twice a day for 3 months.
Every day, twice a day, for 3 months. That's all you need, because the algorithm will be like, okay, I'm expecting you this time, I'm expecting you that time. Boom, you showed up. I'm going to push you out.
Interesting. And not on the weekends. You didn't post on the weekends.
I do. Like, when I would say you don't have to. Like, now I give myself a little time off. I don't have to post on the weekends. Or recycle some old content. If there's an old piece of content that didn't perform well, or even if it did perform well, post it again. As long as it's a few months old, post it again.
Do you post it exactly the way it is, or do you edit it a little bit?
9 times out of 10, I post it exactly how it is. Exactly.
How much
Yeah.
storage do you have on your phone?
Oh, I have 8 terabytes of cloud storage.
I just need to learn how to utilize my storage, my cloud storage, because I have 2 terabytes, and I just don't really understand how to like do the back and forth. Like, anyway, we can get into that in
Buy more.
Okay, all right, I will. So I'm also curious, are you making different kinds of content per platform, or are you recycling it on platform to platform?
I recycle it all. Like right now, I'm trying to get back in my YouTube because I used to be huge on YouTube. Not huge, but I used to be
There's the thing for you.
and good on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I make my video for Instagram and I post it on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Oh, and it gets posted to Facebook too. So that is my process. And I'm using I don't want to blast them or anything, but republish.io.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's actually worth it. Because it does republish on stuff, but we try and like say it'll, you can save videos from your account, which I'm like, okay, that's great. Then I can archive them, put them in places, but it doesn't download them in full quality. So yeah,
maybe there's another one, but you're using a tool. You're using a tool to help you push it out to all platforms. I feel like there's a narrative once upon a time that's like all of your content needs to be different based on the platform that you're using, and that is like it just feels like so much work. And you can't actually do your work.
Doesn't have to be different. The only thing that I would say is if you're in like the TikTok studio or rewards creator program or whatever it's called, your videos have to be at least 61 seconds.
61 seconds.
Yeah. So that's the frustrating part, because I would generally, and brands ask for this too, they want their videos 30 to 45 seconds. So videos like that a brand asks me for, boom, 30, 45 seconds, that's great. But a video that I'm making for a restaurant or on my own that doesn't have like prerequisites like that, 61 seconds. So just in case it goes viral, like it's over 10,000 views on TikTok, I can get paid for it.
So if it's under 60, if it's 60 seconds or less, and it goes viral, you can't get paid for it from TikTok.
No, not from the rewards program or whatever it is.
That's wild. Oh my gosh.
It's so dumb. Yeah.
That's weird. Okay. So we've talked about you being an influencer and going viral and how to maintain that. And in that whole process, you've also written a book. You're like, yeah.
I have, yeah.
Let's see the book. Motor City Magic. All right. So you just did a book signing at Bamboo.
Yeah.
That was your first one, right?
That was my first one.
Is this your first book?
This is my first book.
What? Oh my gosh. I don't have a round of applause button. I keep saying I'm going to get one day, but that's amazing. Okay. Tell us about the book.
So the book is called Motor City Magic, and you might be able to tell it's about the Motor City, Detroit. It's about Nolan West, who owns a coffee shop on Gratiot near Eastern Market, and he sees one of his customers do something really strange and realizes magic is real. So from there, the story goes on to action, adventure, and learning, and there's really great burgeoning romance happening throughout the book, and all the while, there's so much real Detroit history with a little twist here and there, but lots of real Detroit history that Detroit almost feels like another character in the book.
I love it. And was becoming an author on accident too? Did you just start writing, or was very planned?
It was planned. I always wanted to write a book because I always write screenplays. Filmmaker. I always write screenplays. This I knew, and it had to be something bigger and larger because there's several books I want to make. This is going to be a series. Book 2 coming out next summer.
With the series, like with like a Netflix series. With a TV show series?
That would be amazing. I would honestly, that's the thing I would have to decide if I would want to go movie route or series route. I like them both. So
I feel like series route makes sense. I mean, then you can you're already doing shorter content anyway. That's
true. And from this book, I could chop that into episodes.
Or maybe you can do episodes and a movie. I don't know.
A lot of time when they do that, they be changing the actors and everything. I hate when they do that.
No, you could do it like One Piece, like here's 1,000 episodes and then a movie, and then go back, and then another 1,000 episodes and then a movie. I mean, people want to consume
an animated series. Yeah, I would love it to be an animated series too. That would be great.
Would that be ideal?
I love this too.
Okay, yeah. Are you working on that right now, or just dreaming it up?
I have so many things I'm working on that I can't. Like, I did start messing around with making a graphic novel, because I have tons of artwork for the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's on the back burner because I'm still working on book 2. I am working on the audiobook of this.
Nice.
And that's number 1 right now, is getting the audiobook out so it can kind of be out hopefully around the holidays.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Or just when people got time off to sit
Yeah.
there and just like binge read it, you know? Oh,
Mhm.
that's, or binge listen to it while they're making Christmas cookies, you know? They'll
Yes.
be in the city, like, yeah, Christmas tree lighting, go home. Yeah, I dig that. What was that experience like? What was the process of writing a book like for you?
It was, for me, it was so much fun because anytime I am in front of my computer and I'm writing a script or anything creative, I get lost. I get totally lost in the world. I turn on music that has something to do with the scene I'm writing. Finding the music and making the playlist for it is fantastic.
Nice.
And it was just so much fun. And then I plan out the story for, all the different beats and everything, and the rising and falling of the action. But I let the story unfold naturally. I let the characters evolve naturally. I have an idea of where they're going to go, but I let them take me there.
Oh, that's amazing. What, like, how long was this process of writing? Was it like, did it just come out of you and you're like, okay, this is it? Send it to an editor, let them, like, what was this? If it's just oozing out of you, is there like a lot of deleting, a lot of editing, a lot of like reworking, or?
There was a lot of reworking, especially because this is my first book.
Yeah.
But when I started, I got the first chapter done and I'm like, okay, this is happening. And it just went from there. And I would get hung up a lot of times, like reworking a chapter, or editing this, nitpicking that. And then one of my friends, Candace, who's an author, shout out to Candace, told me, finish it, go back and do those. Like, just write it. Don't nitpick every section. Just go through and you can edit it and revise it afterward. Like, that's literally the whole point of first drafts. So that was great. Yeah, I can't tell you how much love this has filled my heart with. I love
I'm
writing.
so glad. I feel like when I first got reconnected with you, because we met each other through the film industry in Detroit, and then it was like years later, and I was like, he's like, is that your back of your head in my video at this coffee shop? And I was like, that is the back of my head because I made that hat. And then we reconnected, and you're like, I'm not doing necessarily exactly what I want to be doing. You seemed a little bit like not lost in the sauce, but like just like, I don't know what's next for me. I don't know. And then here you are, you're like, here I go. I have a printed book. It's published, it's ready to go. Like, I just love this for you so much. You're doing it full time, like living the dream. Is this the dream? Is there another dream beyond this, or are you living in it?
It's definitely not the dream yet, because ideally I would not be doing content all the time.
Okay.
I would just be doing my own thing.
Oh man.
Even though I love connecting with people and businesses and restaurants. That's one of the things I do love, because people, I don't know, I'm an introvert. Nobody believes it, but people drain me. But good people feel so good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can imagine how much people are asking of you, where it's just like, can you? And it's just like, take. And then you come in there and you're in their business and you got to do this customer service thing and also be a creative and also, execute and deliver. And, and then if it's not what they want, I can imagine how draining that could be. That experience could be. It's definitely customer service.
It is, but 9 times out of 10, they get what they get because I create great content.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Very few times will people are like, oh, can you change this, change that, blah, blah, blah. Especially when it comes to creative stuff, like just leave my creative process alone.
Yeah, no touch.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, could you add like, the address or something like that? That's fine. But if it's like, oh, is there a shot you could do like this? Or we're going to do this. I'm like, no, I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Let me do my job. And you go over there, you do your job. Well, okay, I could see that. So in the life of your dreams, you're curating, you're writing books, you're shooting your Netflix series, you're building your graphic novel all of the time.
Yep. That's the life of my dreams. And it's bringing in just moolah.
Just rolling in the dough. Yeah.
Yep. And I get to give myself a day off. I couldn't tell you last time I had a day off.
I can't, like, I was gonna ask you, because it's so, like, your phone is so close to you, and like scrolling is something that people do just to like decompress. Like, how do you take, it sounds like you haven't taken a time off, but how do you take time off, or how do you decompress if,
I
you
don't.
know?
Yeah,
Oh.
I actually don't. Like, it's tough because well, one, I feel like I need to work to make money, even though I'm making
Hmm.
enough money where I don't always have to work, and I need to understand that. So you
Yep.
gotta give yourself, 'cause you can't pour from an empty cup. So
Yeah.
gotta give myself time off. But there's that. Want to work to make money. Two, there's the FOMO because being in like the content creator influencer spaces, all these people doing all these fabulous things,
All
and
the
when you're not
time.
there, you feel left out. And you're like, why didn't I get invited or whatever?
Mm,
Or if you do get invited and don't go, you're like, oh, I should have been there because now you have all this content that you don't have. Like, it's tough, especially when you're an introvert. I just want to be in
mm.
the house on the couch
Yeah.
watching a Netflix series
Yeah.
with coffee and
Yeah. I feel like that's something I'm working on right now, because the FOMO is real, even in the like entrepreneurial community, like on the like, if you think like bamboo ecosystem, like that kind of ecosystem, it's like everybody's doing something, everybody wants you everywhere. Oh, you should be here. Oh, you should do this, and I'm just like, I cannot. I can't be everywhere, for everybody all the time. And I used to have a lot of FOMO, and even now I'm still, I still have FOMO, but I feel like I've been coaching myself to like understand that it's not my responsibility to be everywhere. And if it's, even if like, I'm not going to just go places just because it's making money, but if it's not bringing me joy or it's not giving me money, like, I need something on the other end of it, because I'm only one person. And being a community builder, like, everybody's like, I want you to come to I came to your event, come to my event. And I'm like, there's 500 of y'all and one of me. I can only do the thing that is going to fuel me so that I have enough energy to build the next thing that's coming out, whether it's a book, whether it's a festival, whether it's another piece of content. And I feel like I'm working with Emma Fuss. She's a spiritual coach in the bamboo community, and we're talking about like embodiment, inhabiting your spiritual energy, and turning your business and your spiritual practice into like a cohesive experience. And for me, I'm like, I am a extroverted. I'm an extrovert. I get energized by people, but I also give away too much energy so that
Mhm.
I become depleted. So like I still get filled up, but I also give out a lot. I'm like, just squeeze me like a tube. Like, by the end of the day, like I got nothing left. And I'm learning how to not do that anymore, because the FOMO's real.
It's so
It's
real. And you only have a finite amount of energy before you really got to recharge. And for anybody listening who doesn't know what FOMO is, I'm thinking about it, fear of missing out. Like,
Yes. Yes, the fear of missing out, like missing an opportunity. And that's the other thing too. It's like I have to realize that, like, what am I fearing missing out on? Is it an
exactly.
opportunity? Is it seeing someone? Is it just being able to say like, "Oh, I did that too"? Like, what is it serving me? If being at home in the bed is serving me more,
Yeah.
because I need the rest, whatever. So I
Yeah.
feel that.
We
I
got to
feel
get rid
that.
of it. Got to get rid of it because especially when like it's quote unquote like work or whatever, or like influencer and content creation events or whatever that you might get invited to. Um, in my head, I'm trying to think of how I want to say this.
Say it appropriately. Yeah.
It's like, are they inviting you because they genuinely like your company and need you around, or oh, hey, I'm throwing this event and I just want influencers here, and it's just serving me. Is it serving me, or do I really want to connect with people? And a
Yep.
lot of time, it sucks in that way being a content creator because sometimes you feel like you might be a little bit used,
Mm-hmm.
and not really appreciated, especially
Mm.
me being the
Yeah.
older generation content creation guy, and everybody is young and beautiful, and I just feel like, oh my god, where's my back pills? I, I'll show up and be, the circus animal. That's how I feel.
Oh
I'll
man.
but
How do you move through those feelings? Like, how do you build your discernment to know that you're in the right room?
I find the good people in the room. I find the good people in the room, which 99% of them are really good people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I hang out with them. But I'm also a wallflower. I'll just go get some content and be self-deprecating on threads till I go home.
I
But
feel like that is important to learn though, is to know where your comfort zone is. And like for me, going into an event, my goal is usually to like make everybody feel comfortable. Like, and I'm working on that too. I'm like, what is it my responsibility to make everybody feel comfortable? Part number one, but also like as an extrovert, I know it's partially my responsibility to be like, hey, Donny Wallflower, you should meet other Donny Wallflower because you guys would really be good friends. And I know that is my superpower, but also like that fear of being used or being asked to just be somewhere because it makes them look better is
yeah,
something. I mean, I feel like it happens at all levels. It's like I just need bodies in the room, and I'm like, I'm
yeah,
not just a body. Like I'm somebody. I am a person with needs. So I think, yeah, the more discernment that you, the individual, can use to find like listen to your guts. If you're like, oh,
yeah,
it doesn't feel good. We're saying
yeah.
that for our person listening here today. Okay, so I have one more card. And this, I feel this card is a question to you, Donny, from the person listening.
Oh,
We're just going to see how it goes. So this is a muse of inspiration. It is, oh, there she is. Ooh.
ooh,
So this is a non-traditional tarot deck. So they've changed out all of the types, like instead of wands, pentacles, cups, and swords, it's inspiration, emotions, muse, and voice.
oh,
So they kind of like took their own creative little spin on it. So the muse of inspiration says, inspirational success. An inspired leader, a visionary, thinking big, the ability to bring many moving parts together into one large story, remaining inspired, taking action, and making sure you don't create unrealistic expectations. And the prompt, it's not really questionable, we'll turn it into a question, is the finish line of the Phoenix.
ooh,
Okay, so you're doing all this stuff, you're building your business, you're using your creativity as a part of how you make money, and then you get burnt out. What do you do to rebuild? What do you do to rebuild, to reinvent yourself? You're once a filmmaker turned content creator turned influencer, now author. Like, what is the rebuilding and the rebirthing experience look like for you, and what can we learn from that experience?
ooh. That's a complicated and deep question, because I'm sure I don't have all the answers for it yet. But right now, like the burnout is real right now, actually.
Yeah.
Um, so what I do outside of like work, which is creating videos for other people and on some level creating videos for myself because I'm trying to build my brand.
Mm-hmm.
I write. Like writing is the thing that helps me with my burnout because it's something that brings me joy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like publishing the book and putting the book in people's hands or people's ears or people's eyes because they're reading it on ebook is second to the fact that I'm just creating something.
Yeah.
And for me, my spirit just needs to create. It needs to create stories. It needs to create music. Got my guitar over there. I want to start playing the
Nice.
guitar again.
Yeah.
That is how I deal with burnout. And then watching people's creativity. Like I said, I love just watching shows and movies, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
like big budget films or indie films. I like
Yeah.
watching stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, dealing with burnout, it really is about your passion. What are you passionate about? Like some people might be super passionate about food. Going out for a meal might be the thing they needed to do. But make sure you're doing it for you, not for someone else. Same thing with reading or writing or catching a play. Just do what you need to do to make yourself feel good.
I love that. I think I'm right now in that process. Like every time I reinvent, I've been feeling disconnected from this like fairy persona that I've been putting out there. And it was fun and it served me and it was a protective like experience for me as I was building up this festival to be like in fairy wings and in the fairy ears. And it felt really good at the time. But lately it's been not feeling great. Like it's been feeling like, oh, people are inviting me so that they can like dress me up like a fairy and then like do that same thing, like where it's like, oh, am I here for like me or am I the clown for the day? Like,
Yeah.
what is the reason that I'm here? And lately it's been feeling like a caricature. So I know I'm learning now that it's not a crash out. It's a reinvention. It's a shedding of old skin. It's this persona, this energy doesn't suit me anymore. I've outgrown it. What is the next evolution of that? But I think old version of me would be like, I'm going to quit everything. I'm just going to turn everything off. I'm never going to show up online or in the world again. And then just like cocoon and like be self-deprecating for however many months it takes.
Yeah.
But I think like I had a vision the other day where I'm like, maybe I can get like 3D, what are they called? Like the thing where like, it's like a painting, but you can put items in it.
Oh, I know you're talking
Like
about.
a shadow box.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, maybe I can get a bunch of shadow boxes for all the wings that I've ever had and put my ears in there and kind of give myself like this was a version of me that existed and elevated. And I have my beauty pageant crowns and stuff like that that are locked away, hidden. It was the old version of me that I don't show any, you know. So I'm like, maybe I need to like just put that stuff out and show that those are you know, the phoenix rising and falling, and then it needs to become whatever the next
Something
version,
more. Yeah.
something else, something different that those versions of me needed to exist so that I can get to this version. But like in the past, I've been like, don't look at that version of me. Island girl never existed. Don't, she's not, you know, so like I'll like lock it away. But I think in this new version of the new rising of whatever version that's coming of me next is going to be like, we're going to celebrate that version. We're going to put it up on the wall. It's going to be my own. I went to the Prince Museum at Paisley Park in Minnesota, and I lost my mind. Like I've never cried in a museum before in my life. And like just seeing, I'm getting emotional thinking about it right now. His shoe room was like floor to ceiling, wall to wall. Every single corner was the same shoe in this container. And I was like, this guy was working his ass off. Obviously was working his ass off. But like, this is like the shoes that he walked in, and like every single shoe is like beat up, broken heel, toe wore in, and like, but also beautiful. And I was like, this is so celebrated. But once upon a time, he only had 3 pairs of shoes. Once upon a time, he only had his first pair of shoes. Yeah. And I'm like, I have 5 pairs of wings and 2 crowns. I'm like, those are things that's going to be part of the shoe room one day. Because I also need to just be creating shit. And that's what makes me feel good. So I don't know. I think just to the card, it's, I think it's the rebirth is important, and the reiterations is important.
It's so important. But just to say, like, from our perspective, from the outside looking in, and just from what you give us, every room you walk into, you bring so much joy and light and life, and we love it. And it might burn you out, and it might give you life sometimes too, but we love it. Like, you have no idea how much the creatives, and not even just the creatives, appreciate you. You're so great.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you emceeing my book time.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was so much. It was so cool to like meet your friends and get to know them and see how invested they are in this like world building, and also like, I knew you were a little bit nerdy, but I didn't know how nerdy you were until that day. And I was like, you know what? I love this for everybody. Like this makes all of this so much better. But I appreciate you for saying that, because like some rooms, when I'm in them, it does fill me up. Some rooms, it feels like an obligation. And that's when I need to know that like, those are not the rooms for me. These are the rooms for me. The ones that fill it back up, the people that are like receptive and fill it back in and participate in the energy, instead of being like, because I have walked into many a room where it is my literal job to MC and be the creative fairy godmother, and I get this face. They're disgusted by whatever it is. And that is a real thing that I've experienced in those rooms. I'm like, oh, I'm actually a clown, and they do not like clowns. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those, you learn through it, you grow through it, you know, and I'm, whatever this is shedding, just know that something more big and gaudy is coming next.
And we love it. We're here for it. We are here for it.
Yes, amazing. Okay, so we have a few minutes left. I'm curious a little bit more about your book process. Like, are you self-publishing?
I am self-publishing. Yeah.
What drew you to self-publishing, and why not
For
going
me,
through, you know?
for me, I couldn't find a literary agent, and it's not like I tried super hard to find one, but it was taking quite a bit of time, and it was frustrating getting like rejections or no answer to responses at all. Um, and I feel like a lot of it really is just the time we're in right now, where I kept coming across a lot of literary agents who are just looking for one kind of book.
Mm.
Um, which is fine and everything, but a lot of them, they have to be female protagonists. It has to be
Mm.
female led. Has to be a person of color, which my main character is a person of color, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't find the right literary agent, and that just led me to like, you know what, I'm just going to self-publish. I want my work out there. Maybe book 2 will get, find a publisher for book 2. And yeah, I just want to get it in people's hands. I want the story out there. I was just ready to move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Yep. I love that. I think we need to create regardless of what the systems around us say we're supposed to and not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm announcing it when this episode airs. It'll be announced on Instagram already, but the revamp is publishing a magazine as well. We're going to do an issue per festival, but similar reasons where it's like a lot of people in our community are considered amateur because they haven't been given the opportunity, whether it's comes to like creative writing or photography or modeling or being an entertainer. And I was like, oh, you just need the credits. The credits are to be published. That's the requirement that you need. I can do that for you. Like, let's just make a magazine because life is too short for us to wait for other people to tell us if we're allowed to do something or not. Like
that.
Oh man. Okay. So I think many of people will know where to find you, but I'm curious if you could tell everybody where to find you, where to buy the book, where to watch your content, what kind of things that you'll see when we go to your pages, all of that good stuff.
Okay, so you can find Donny Wilson. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all of that. DonnyLB. That's DonnyLB, no space. Yeah, my main platform is TikTok. Oh no, sorry, Instagram. And then the book, Motor City Magic, you can find Motor City Magic on Amazon as an ebook, or you can get a paperback copy.
Yes.
Please buy my book and leave a rating. Tell me I love hearing feedback about my book, the characters, the story. Let's see where in Detroit you want to go next.
Oh, I love it. And if they wanted to buy it in person, like are you going to do any more book signings? Is that in the plans?
So I've got one booked, and I've got a couple more that I still have to like work out the time and dates of. But my next book signing is going to be in person at Catch-A-Time Market in Royal Oak on November 1st. It's going to be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will be there with books if you want a personalized copy.
Signed book.
Yep, nice signed book. I will be there. I will draw a little doodle in it for you if you want me to. So yeah, come support Catch-A-Time Market in Royal Oak on Main Street, November 1st, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Love that. I had a blast the last time. The charcuterie bomb. Shout out to Society. The coffee was amazing. Capital Coffee. Like you had the vibes. It was beautiful. It was lovely. And it was so cool that it was at Bamboo just because it was like, it just felt good. I was like, you want to come hang out at Bamboo? I was like, yeah, I do that all the time. Let's go.
It's such an amazing space. Like, I love it there. Always running into somebody cool.
You should definitely come check out the new Midtown location. It's
I gotta get down there.
Sweet. I've been spending a lot of time there, so I'll probably be there today. So if you want to pop in, I'll give you a tour.
Oh, I think I can make it down there. I got so much stuff to do.
Okay, you let me know. Okay, I have one last question for you. What is your last piece of advice for a creative listener that's here right now?
Last piece of advice for a creative listener listening right now. Follow your passion and don't give up. There's a quote from Serendipity, which is Epictetus said, only asked one question about a man after he died. Did he have passion? So do you have passion? Follow that passion. That's what's going to make your content stand out. It's what's going to make it different. What's going to make you happy. And that's what it's about. Not about being successful. It's about being happy and content and sharing the part of you that we don't get to see.
I love it. I think success is happiness.
Yeah.
And that can look like so many different things. That's such great advice. We just got to keep going. I think I'm literally in a place right now where I needed to hear that. I'm like, I want to give up. Things aren't working the way I think they're supposed to work, but they are.
They are.
And this show is working exactly the way it's supposed to work because the goal was for me to talk to cool people once a week on camera.
You talk to cool people when you look in the mirror, though.
Okay, that part. Yes. But, to just like talk to people and just get to know them. And I feel like I was getting too caught up in the numbers, but the numbers show and the numbers are great because this is episode number 70.
Exactly.
So we'll just say that. So thank you for being our guest number 70, DonnyLB.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you. May your book sell out every single time you make a run of it. May all of your books be successful and may the Netflix series come to life.
Thank you.
Wishing all of that stuff on you. And then you in the audience, same thing. Like anything you're working on, share it in the comments. Share your project with us. Connect with Donny. He's a real person out in the city. You can bump into him in a coffee shop, and he's super nice. He's not going to be like, I'm too Hollywood to talk to you. That doesn't happen. Talk to us. Share your stories. Share what you're working on. We want to know where you're at in your project and support you as well. And speaking of where are you in your project, if you have a creative story, if you have a poem, if you have a story already written and you want it to be published in the first Revamp magazine, there will be a link below to submit your contributor information. So if you want to do a little excerpt from the story, that might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the link will be below. And if you are interested in being in the magazine as a model or photographer, our brand ambassador and media applications are live right now. Amazing. Thank you for being here, Donny. Thank you so much for waking up early, coming on the show, sharing your vibes and the journey, because it's been really, really cool to watch. I'm so proud of you.
Anytime and always. Thank you.
Yay. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your week. It's Amanda Sweet, the Creative Fairy Godmother, and this is the Let's Glow Show.